Mahal, welcome. It is the 22nd of February, and this is class 15. So this is the last class of teaching the form. So next month we'll start review next Wednesday. Um, and so today, actually, the movements are actually movements you probably know, even if you hadn't done this form before. It's parry, block, and punch with a new transition, and then we'll review closing just to make sure that we've got that set up. But we'll also review the few movements before that, as well as, in particular, Benbo Shoot Tiger, which is what we did last week. Hey, Tessie, great to see you. Welcome. So let us begin by doing our standing practice. And today, because we're at the end, we're just going to do a parallel stance. We won't do the other stances. And we'll spend a little bit more time. So start with your feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. Hey, Elisade, good to see you. Feet parallel and arms rounded in front of your chest, knees bent. If your arms get tired, feel free to, just drop them into what Kelly calls hold the bag of apples, and then bring them up again. And so we'll spend, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes here today. You can do more on your own time. But as we do our standing practice, which is a complement to our moving practice, there are 3 reasons why we do it. One is to practice our posture. Second is to practice our breathing. And third is to calm the mind. And we don't get to any of them quickly or easily, maybe never. But we keep improving, and they all help each other. So for the posture, we'll start at the top and think about the 4 essential posture principles. 1, press up through the crown of the head. So empty, light, energetic, show your spirit. Number 2, sink the shoulders, drop the elbows. Number 3, absorb the chest and slightly round the back. Number 4, relax the waist. And as we do this, now shift your attention to the soles of your feet and see if your weight is evenly distributed between the balls and the heels. So you can shift your weight forward a bit by folding forward at the hip crease till you feel there's less on the heels. Shift back, you can feel there's more on the heels, less on the ball, and try and find the middle place. Maybe a little bit more on the balls than the heels, but essentially evenly distributed. Your crotch is rounded. And what this posture helps us do is to breathe naturally and easily. The jargon is sinking the qi to the dantian, which just means when you're breathing in naturally, your abdomen expands. And when you breathe out, it contracts. So move your attention to your abdomen and breathe in smoothly and gently and see if you can observe your abdomen moving. Now these things, the posture and the breath, interact. So we'll play around with that a little bit. So for example, tilt your tailbone forward a lot and see what that does to your breath. Probably your breath will tighten. So move your tailbone back a bit and your breath eases up. And now move your tailbone out, like stick your tail out like a duck. Again, your breath will probably tighten. So what we want to do is to find the middle spot. In the same way, when we think about absorb the chest and round the back, the way we do that is by pulling out at the elbows. So the elbows pull the shoulder blades, pull on the spine, and the fingertips pull on the elbows. So we've got this circle. Now make that really push out a lot. And what you'll probably find is that your breath tightens up. So that's too much. Relax a little bit, let go a little bit, release a little bit until your breath eases up. So you want to find the point where you have this nice expansion around your arms, but your breath is still moving freely. Now let's look at the shoulders. So lift your shoulders up and see what happens to your breath. Probably your breath tightens. So move your shoulder blades down the back of your ribs and see what that does to your breath. And the last one is to push up the crown of the head. Now push up a lot, really push, 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 and your breath will tighten up. So that's too much. So release. And now you don't want to be limp either, because then you can't breathe because your stomach's all scrunched up. So find what is translated Feng Song as relax in English, which is open and extended. Now your mind probably isn't a lot calmer. It doesn't feel calmer, not least because I've been talking the whole time. But this is a way for us to transition into our Tai Chi Chuan practice from whatever else it is we've been doing in our day. So let's release, drop the arms, circle up and press down. So there we are. We have done a little bit of standing practice. Rebecca, good to see you. Welcome. Let us practice together, and in order to make sure we have time for everything, I'm going to start with the third chunk of the third section, and this will be my prompt. So that's the front of the room. So I'm assuming you're facing the screen, I'm facing in the same direction. That's the 12 o'clock direction, or the south, or the front. So we're going to start at the beginning of the third chunk. So perform single whip. And we're going to go into cloud hands, high pat on horse, and so on. Cloud hands. 2, 3. Single whip. High pat on horse. Thrust palm. Turn body. Cross kick. Step forward. Punch to the groin. Step up. Grass bird's tail. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. This is the end of the third chunk. We're starting the fourth chunk. Snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger. Turn body. And swing over lotus. Bend the bow, shoot the tiger, and stop. So that's where we ended last week. So let's do that again. I will turn around. So now the front for me is this direction. We're going to do the same again, and I'll give a few more cues, mostly focusing just on footwork, because that's the most difficult I find on Zoom. You can't see where people's feet are. So we're going to do the same again. So we're going to start in single whip, beginning of the third chunk. So it'll be cloud hands, high pat on horse, thrust palm, and so on. Okay, cloud hands. 1, 2, step shoulder width. 3, step double wide. Now step to the corner with the right foot, single whip, step out, make sure you've got a bow stance width with your left heel, single whip. High pat on horse, shift weight back, sit the right foot, bring the left foot in, ball touch, center line 2 sides, high pat on horse, thrust palm, shift weight back, step wider with the left foot into a bow stance. Turn body cross kick, shift your weight back, pivot on the left heel, 135 degrees, sit onto the left leg, stand up, heel kick into the straight direction. Step forward, punch to the groin, sink, step right foot to the corner, center line 2 sides, deflect down with the left hand, step out to a bow stance with the left foot, and punch to the groin. Your fist is at groin height. Step up, grass bird's tail. Open the left toe, circle the right hand under the left, go into ward off right. Roll back, turn the body to the right. Now sit your weight back as you sweep the arms from right to left. Press, closing the chest, close the arms, press out, right palm to shoulder height. Push, sit back your weight as the palms come down in front of the ribs, then press out with the back foot as you press back up into push. Single whip. Sit back, flatten the palms, pull with the left hand. Now pivot on the right heel, 135 degrees. Hands come back in front of your belly. Single whip, step out bow stance width with your left foot and strike out. Beginning of the fourth chunk, snake creeps down, shift weight forward, release the right foot to the back corner, shift your weight back, shift your weight down, shift your weight forward in the direction of the left leg. Step up, single stars, shift forward, close the right foot back to the corner, open the left foot as you pull with the left hand, block through, center line 2 sides, empty stance with the ball. Step back, right to tiger, rotate both hands as you step back with the right foot, center line 2 sides, pull down with the right, block with the left as the chest turns to the corner, and circle back up, chest is square. Turn body, kick over lotus. Open both arms close in front of your center line. Now pull the right hand to the right, first pivot on the left foot, now pivot on the right ball, step around with the left foot to the side, stand up, and lotus kick. Your arms are to the left corner. Bend bow, shooting tiger, sink. Step to the corner with the left foot, bow stance width. Arms swing down as the arms come back up. Lean forward in the direction of your left leg and stop. All right. Are there any questions? Not here. Yes, Laura, go ahead.
The end of bend bow, strike the tiger.
Yes.
You're in a bow stance.
Yes.
Okay, we're not empty stance, bow stance. I need
Bow
weight,
stance.
more weight in the front. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. 60-40.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And we'll review that in detail in a moment, but just to check that we're on the same page. When you've done, this is the front for me, is over here. So I've done lotus kick, So my left foot is to the left side, 9 o'clock or east. When I sink and step, I'm stepping out and my bow stance is in the corner direction. My left foot is to the straight, my right foot is to the corner. And when you do that, let me do it from here. Check that you are both. No, it's probably better if I turn around. How do you check your bow stance, right? So we're here, sink, step. Turn your back foot parallel to your front foot. Now imagine both feet are on rails. Bring the back foot forward and check that you have shoulder width. It's quite easy to step narrow here because we don't normally step in that direction. Let's just do the fourth chunk. So this is just the snake creeps down bit, and I'll give a few more cues. Again, if there are any questions about these movements, please do ask, and then we'll answer the questions if there are any, and then review Benbow Shooting Tiger. So we're in single whip, beginning of the fourth chunk. So snake creeps down, yield forward slightly, open the right foot. Now as your weight goes back, left hand comes to the shoulder. As you sink down, left hand to the left hip. As you go forward, left hand down the left leg. The right hand stays up and the hook. Step up 7 stars. 0. Step forward, close the back foot, left hand just comes back up. So you're effectively back in single whip posture here. 1. Open the left toe and pull to the left with the left hand. 2. Bend at the right elbow. Right fist comes to the ribs. Right foot is by the left foot. Step out, ball touch, hands cross and extend forward a little bit. Step back, ride the tiger. As you step back, center line 2 sides, rotate both hands so your right palm is up, your left palm is down. Shifting your weight back, open the chest, pull down with the left and connect out, pull down with the right, connect out with the left. Now circle both arms, right arm circles up, left arm circles down, open your fist at the last minute. Your final position looks just like white crane. Now, turn body, swing over lotus. Open both arms to the side, close both arms. The right arm is close to the chest, the left arm is forward. They're on a line out from the center of your body to the side. Now keep closing. The left arm goes under the right arm and pulls to the first corner. Keep pulling. Now pivot on your left ball until you can't anymore. Your arm is probably to the second corner. Now pivot on the right ball. Your arm is to the third corner. Step around. Heel touch. Stand up. Now the kick. Drop your leg down. Inside swing kick and stand up. Now your arms are to the left corner. Benbow Shooting Tiger. Sink. Step to the corner for the bow stance. Arms swing down as the foot flattens. As the knee bends, the arms come around and you've got your 2-fist strike. And stop. Any questions? Let me watch you do that on your own time. Let us review a few things. The Benbow Shooting Tiger is looking pretty good from what I can see. There's just a few things, particularly with the left arm, that I want to emphasize. Yes, Laura, you had a question? No. Okay. All right. So the first thing is just to review our kicking position. So in the Young Family style, the way we do things is the right foot is down, and it's just if you imagine the left foot to the corner, right foot to straight, you turn your shin in just a little bit, and the sole of your feet is pointing at your knee, hanging down like this. And as I can see Yalisetti is doing, if you can actually lift it above your knee, so much the better. That's the goal, to get it above the knee, but if you can't get it there, that's fine. Okay, so let's review the footwork, and then we'll do body movement, and then we'll do arm movement, which is where most of the action is. So that's going to be actually, let me turn around and do it this way first, just so that we are all on the same page as far as the footwork is concerned. So we've done the kick over lotus. So what we're going to do is, yep. So we're here. Sink, step the right foot to the corner, shift the weight forward. So that's just a standard bow. That's going to be a standard bow stance to the corner. And as always in our bow stance, our torso is in line with our back leg leaning forward because we're going forward here. That's the footwork. Now I want to focus on the body turning, and don't worry too much about the arms yet. I just want to make sure that we've got the body movement right. So we're here. We're going to step forward, heel touch. As my heel touches, my arms haven't done anything yet. As my foot flattens, my arms swing down and my chest turns to the corner. So here, my chest is more or less square to the side. And as my foot flattens, my chest turns to the corner. As my arms come back, my chest turns back to square. So what we're doing is sink, step, foot flattens, chest goes to the one direction. As the knee bends, the chest comes back again. So there's a 45-degree turn this way, and then another 45-degree turn that way. And the turn is in your waist, in other words, your lower back. So let's just do that one more time. So we're here, arms to the left generally, sink, step, heel touch. As the foot flattens, the leg is still straight, chest comes to the right. Now as the arms come back, chest comes to the left. What I want you to observe here is that normally when we're in a bow stance, our chest is often, when we've done push, for example, our chest is square to the direction of our front foot. Here, our chest is turned. But I want you to be sure that you don't turn this way because there's no support here. So keep leaning in the direction of your front foot and just turn your chest like this. Yes. Okay. Now we'll do the arms. So we've done kick over lotus, sink, step. As the foot flattens, both arms swing. We've done this before. Now we'll do the right arm. So the right arm is going to make a fist and the thumb is going to turn up and then it's just going to punch. So the movement of the right arm is sink, step, swing, comes around and punch. So the right arm movement is very simple. And let me actually just do it facing in this direction. I just want to make sure that I underline the ending posture. So we're here, sink, step, and when I punch here, my fist is by the side of my head about fist width away. So this is the ending posture. Yeah. And one of the things to check for those of you who have experienced, which is pretty much all of you, shoulders down, elbows down. So be careful that you don't hike your shoulder up. Try and keep your shoulder down here. Okay. That looks good. Now, the last part is the left arm, and this is the one that's the most problematic. So from here, sink, step, swing both arms. Now we'll just focus on the left arm. So the left arm is going to make a fist. As your body turns, bend the elbow. Then punch out. So the arm comes to here, make a fist. As the chest turns, bend the elbow, and then it strikes out. I'm going to turn through 90 degrees again, just so that I can show you that from another angle. So we're here. So this left arm, as I turn my chest, the arm bends, then I'm going to punch out. So there's lots of ways in which we tend to do this differently from the way the Young family does it. One of them to look out for is we're not coming around like this. The left arm doesn't come around. The left arm comes in and strikes out. So it's not around, it's in and out. It also isn't up and down. It's in and out. And the last thing is, remember when we were doing our standing practice, we were keeping our chest absorbed. And so one of the ways in which we do that through the form is we tend not to want our elbow to go behind the side of our body. Because as soon as the elbow goes behind the side of the body, you'll feel that your chest opens. So when you do this movement here, don't pull too far back. Don't pull to here. Because if you pull to here, your chest will open. So don't pull your elbow past your side. Turn the body and punch out. Okay, are there any questions about that? Let's practice those together a few times. And I'll start actually facing in your direction. And then I'll turn around. So we've done kick over lotus, swing over lotus. Standing up on the left leg to the 9 o'clock direction or the east. Sink, step, swing the arms as the foot flattens. As the arms come back, bend the knee, turn the body. Your ending posture, you're looking at the corner. Your left arm is a bit below shoulder height. Your right fist is by your temple. And you're punching with the front of the fist, with the face of the fist. So this is what's pointing in the corner direction in all the cases, because that's where your opponent is. Again. Okay. Bend bow shoot tiger. Sink, step, heel touch. Foot flattens, arms swing. Now as the arms come back, turn the body and strike out. Again. Sink, step, heel touch, arm don't change. Now as the foot flattens, the arms swing down. As the knee bends, the arms come back. Remember the left hand with an elbow bend. 1 or 2 more times. I'll face in another direction. Okay. Bend bow shooting tiger. Sink, step, arm swing. Knee bends, arms come around. Bend bow shooting tiger. Sink, step, shoulder width, foot flattens, arm bend, arm swing. Knee bends, swing back. Again. Knee, bend bow shooting tiger. Sink, step, foot flattens, swing to the right. Knee bends, swing to the left. Check that your lean is over your right knee and it's not over the blank space between your feet. Just do this a few more times and I'll watch. On your own time. And one more time. Okay. So I can see some of us are still having trouble with the left arm, which is very understandable. This one's a bear. So I'll review the right arm and the left arm, and then we'll work for a couple of minutes just on doing the two of them together. So we're here. Sink, step. So how we're starting. So we're standing on the left leg, or if you're not standing up, most of your weight's on the left leg. Left arm is out to the corner, right arm is rounded like this. Step out, both arms swing down to here. Now make fists. So turn the right fist up. The left fist is just the same way. So both thumbs are now up here. Now you're going to strike out. So what I'd like us to do is, and I'm not going to mirror you, I just want us to practice the arm swing and the strike. Don't worry about the footwork. So just swing your arms down to here, make fists, and come around. Arms swing down, make fists, both thumbs are pointing up. Now come around and strike. And what I want you to be sure of is that your right fist, what I'm noticing some of us are doing, is the fist seems to be bent a little bit. So when you're striking with this fist face, you want to have, one unit here. So don't bend your wrist like this or like this. At the strike point, it's straight. Both here and here on this side. Yes, that looks great. Yeah, that's nice, Laura. Excellent. Yeah. So, Rebecca, it looks to me as if your right fist is turned in like this. It should be like this. Not like this, but like this. Yeah, exactly right. You got it. Yep. Okay. Any questions about this? Let's move on, and we're going to do the last part. Parry, block, and punch, apparent closing up, cross hands, and closing. You know that sequence from the first section, even. Um, what's new in the third section is the transition into parry, block, and punch. And it's always the transitions that get us, right? Because that's where the fun is. So let's just review the parry, block, and punch that you know. So imagine you're going in this direction, and so I'll have my back to you. We're in the first section. You're in a left bow stance, left foot forward. You're in a bow stance. You're striking out with the right hand. So how do we do parry, block, and punch? One, shift weight back, lift the left arm, turn the left foot out. Now swing both arms down, heel touch, center line to side when the arms are to the side. Shift weight forward onto the right foot, second parry with the right hand. Left hand is on the other side of the center line behind the right forearm. Step through with the right foot, bow stance, parry. That's the block, and then punch. I will face this direction, but we're going to do the same thing again. So I just want you to do parry, block, and punch in the first section, just so that we can remind ourselves how this works. So one, shift weight back, lift the left arm. Turn the left toe out, close the arm. So at this moment, you can see that my right arm and my left hand are on either side of the line through my nose. Now, as I shift forward my weight, I'm going to make a fist with the right hand. Arms will swing out to the left. I'm going to step center line, two sides, heel touch. This is a transition step. Shift forward my weight for the second parry. So this is the second parry. You can see again, my right arm is up, my left arm is behind the left. I'm going to step through for the block, bow stance, and punch. Let's do that again. So we're here. Shift back weight, lift the left arm, open the left foot, round the left arm, the right arm, the left arm are center line, two sides. Now both arms swing down. As you step through, heel touch, center line, two sides. Parry, again, as you shift forward, weight on the right foot. Step through, heel touch, left foot, block, and punch. And your ending posture for the punch, as you can see, my right arm is straight. My left palm is opposite the center of my right forearm. There's about fist width between my palm and my forearm. Yeah, everybody's looking good. Okay. With the parry, block, and punch here, only the beginning is different. Everything else is the same. So let me show it to you in the direction that you would be practicing, and then I'll do it in another direction. So we've done Benbow shooting tiger here. So we're going to open the left foot. As we close the right foot, we're going to start parrying down with the right arm. Swing through, steps, center line to sides, heel touch, arms to the side. From here, everything else is as we did before. Shift forward, weight, second parry, step through, block, and punch. And do it from this side. So we've done Benbow shooting tiger. Here. 1, open the left toe to the corner. As the right toe closes, press down with the right arm. Step through, center line to sides, heel touch, arms to the side, parry, forward, block out, and punch. So you'll see that the only thing that's slightly different is the footwork to get you from Benbow shoot tiger into parry, block, and punch. So let's review the footwork. We've done Benbow shooting tiger, so we're in a bow stance to the front left corner, the southeast. What we're going to do is we're going to open the left toe to the corner. Then we're going to shift our weight to the left and turn the right toe to the same corner. And at this point, your feet are parallel. Keep shifting your weight to the left. Pick up the right foot, bring it in a little bit, and then step out, center line, two sides. Now you're in the rest of parry, block, and punch. So let's just review that again. So we're in a bow stance to the corner. That's the direction to the corner. So the first thing we're going to do with body turning, open the left toe. Left toe is now to the corner. Then the right toe comes to the corner. So you can see that these feet are pointing in the same direction. Then this is my center line. I'm now going to go in this direction. My feet are more than shoulder width apart, so I bring my right foot in a little bit, step out, center line, two sides, right foot to the corner, second parry, block, and punch. I just want to, the reason why I'm obsessing about how far you turn your feet, I just want to give you the reason why. Because it's easy to make it hard for yourself if you go too far or not far enough. So for example, when I open my back foot, if I open my back foot too far, it's really hard to keep your knees and your toes in a line. This is too much, and it's going to be really hard to get this foot closed. So when you open the left foot, open it to corner, but no more than corner. With the right foot, when you bring the right foot in, bring it to corner. Don't leave it out there, because you'll find the further, if you don't bring your right foot parallel to your left foot, this distance when you try and step in is going to be very wide. So bringing your right foot parallel to your left foot, and you're going to push off with your right ball, is going to make it easier to do the step. Any questions? Okay. Let us talk about the arm movements. So I'm going to assume now that the front is in that direction, and I've done Benbow shooting tiger here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my left foot. Then I'm going to close my right foot. And as I do that, my arms are going to move in the following direction. My right arm is going to come down. So my right arm was up by my head. It's going to deflect down. Imagine that you're connecting with an opponent's arm here. The left arm, which was punching out, is going to come into this ward-off shape. So I'm going to open my left foot. As I close my right foot, the right arm comes down and the left arm goes into this ward-off shape. And when I'm in this shape, the left fingertips point at the right forearm center. And what I want you to observe is just like parry, block, and punch in the first section, the alignment of the hands. Open the left foot, close. Your hands are either side of the plane through your nose. Not like this and not like this. Either side of the plane through your nose. Let's do that together a few times. Because after this, it's just straightforward. So we're in bend bow shooting tiger. You're in a right bow stance, right leg forward to the corner. 1, with body turning, open the left foot to the corner. 2, shifting weight to the left, press down with the right arm, left arm into ward off, hands either side of the center line. Your right foot is pointing in the same direction as your left foot. Both arms are going to swing down, step through, heel touch, center line, 2 sides. This is the beginning of parry, block, and punch, and the rest is standard, so we're not going to go further. We're just going to practice this a few more times. I'm going to line up to the center of the screen here. Okay, parry, block, and we've done bend bow shoot tiger. With body turning, open the left foot, arms don't change. Shifting weight to the left, press down with the left arm, right arm, left arm into a deflect. Check that your palms are either side of the line through your nose. Now, circle both arms down, step center line 2 sides, arms to the side. And again, bend bow shooting tiger, ending posture. Open the left foot with body turning. Now, as you shift your weight to the left, push down, press down with the right arm, left arm into ward off. Circle down, step out, and then parry, second parry, step through, block, and punch. Yes. A small thing which you can use every time you do parry, block, and punch. So let's just look at the parry, we'll do the parry, block, and punch from left bow stance. So here, when I circle down, what I want you to pay attention to is your right arm is not going to come down like this. What your right arm is doing, it's actually, you're imagining somebody's punching to you, you're deflecting down. So actually, your palm, your right palm stays facing the ground all the way through and then turns around and comes back up. So it's down to here and then back up. So it's not a circle like this. It's a flat pressing down your opponent. Any questions? Let's do that a few times more. I think we're close. So I'm going to go in the same direction as you. We're in bend bow shooting tiger. Ending posture. With body turning, open the left toe. Arms don't change. Shifting weight to the left, close the right foot parallel to the left. Press down the arms, left arm in ward off. Circle the arms to the left, keeping the left palm facing the ground. Step through, ball, heel touch, center line 2 sides. Second parry, shifting your weight to the right foot. Now pulling back with the right hand, blocking out with the left step, heel touch, bow stance width, and punch. And again. We've done bend bow shooting tiger. 1, open the left toe. 2, press down as you close the right foot. 3, circle down the arms, step center line 2 sides, arms to the side, looking to the side. Shift forward, second parry. Step through, block, and punch. I just want to watch you and see if there's anything I missed. So just do this movement a few times at your own pace, and let me have a look. 1 or 2 small things I want to mention. Again, when we were talking earlier, when we were doing our standing practice, absorb the chest, round the back, make sure that your elbow doesn't go past the side of your body. There's a case here. So when we do parry, block, and punch, so we've done a parry, the right fist comes to the side of the hip, and then we're going to do a punch. I want you to make sure that when your right fist is by your right hip, you don't have your arm back like this. Because if your arm is straight back, your chest is open. So keep your chest sinking. Your elbow is out a little bit. Yes, that's nice, Tessie. That's very nice. Yep. And then punch out. Let's just do that coordination again together. And let me watch you as you do it. So one more thing that I want to mention here is what the right arm is doing. So again, we go back to standing practice. Remember, we had this shape. This is the D.D. Hilke honorary reminder. It's like, imagine you're a gorilla, right? You've got this big sink. So I want you to keep the space here when you're doing parry, block, and punch. So when you're, let's say we started here. So from here, parry down, keep this rounded, stepping through, parry out, then bring it back and punch. So let's, again, so what I want to do here is let's just practice the arm coordination, and let's just do ordinary parry, block, and punch. So first section, you're in left bow stance. Shift back weight, turn the left toe out, arms either side of center line. So both arms circle down to here. Nice big round circle with the right arm horizontally in front of your body. Shift forward, parry out. Step through, block, and punch. Let me do it from this side because I want to really emphasize for some of us, I want you to do more out. You tend to be a little bit more sunk. So we're here, left foot forward, left bow stance. This is the first section, parry, block, and punch. Shift back weight, open. Now circle down, step. Second parry here. So you want this right arm is out and the left arm, I'm going in the wrong direction. I'll do it the other side in a moment. Step through and punch. Again, let's do it together. So we're from a left bow stance, shift weight back, close the arms, center line, two sides. Circle down here. So check that you've got this nice round shape in your left arm. The right arm, the left arm is to the back corner. Shoulder down, elbow down on the right. Shift your weight forward, block. So check your arm position. The right arm is diagonally in front of you. Your left arm is left palm in front of the shoulder, more or less, because it's just come from here. Then it's going to block out and punch. This is looking really good. Yes. So what I'd like us to do, well, first let me check. Any questions? No. Okay. Let me just quickly do the announcements. The last thing that we need to look at before we finish is how we do closing. You've probably done closing at the end of the first section and the second section. I just want to review that. So after you've done parry, block, and punch, you've got apparent closing up and then cross hands. I just want to review with you how we get from cross hands and how we do closing. So from here, as we straighten our legs, the arms come out. When the arms are less than shoulder width, start making a circle, ending with the circle palms down and then pressing down. So one of the things that we're trying to avoid, what we're trying to do, one of the principles is move continuously without interruption, which means everything is a circle. So we want to have, when we do this turn, we want to have a circle here. And that means we don't want to stand up, straighten the arms, and just go flip. So we want to actually show a little circle, but we don't want to show an outside circle. So that's why when we stand up, just before, when the hands are less than shoulder width, start making your circle and then press down. And so from the side, just to remind you, so we're starting in cross hands here, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, make the circle just before you get to the top, press down, bending at the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, ending with the palms just in front of the hips. Okay, so let us practice the whole of the fourth chunk together. And so this will, I'll practice in the same direction as you. So that'll be the front. So we are going to start in single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back. Ride the tiger. Turn body. Swing over lotus. Bend bow. Shooting tiger. Step forward. Parry, block, and punch. Apparent closing up. Cross hands. Closing. Original position. Stop. Okay, we'll do that again, and I will face the other direction. So again, we're doing the fourth chunk, starting in single whip, going into snake creeps down. Single whip, ending posture. Snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Step back. Riding tiger. Turn body. Kick over lotus. Bend bow. Shooting tiger. Step forward. Parry, block, and punch. Apparent closing up. Cross hands. Closing. Original position. And stop. And congratulations, we have finished the third section. Yay. So yes, so now we just have to spend the rest of our lives getting better at it, right? So let us close class here. Yeliseti, welcome. Good to see you. If anybody has any further questions, please stay after class. We can chat. But for now, let's close class here. 同学们，再见。